Good evening. Welcome to Cut Deep Season 2, Episode 6. The concept of Cut Deep was developed with a focus on encouraging the wider public to think more in depth on issues that plague us, encouraging persons to have a voice and to use that voice to invoke change. Cut Deep is an interactive platform cutting through the political noise and rhetoric. It is raw, uncut, challenging you to think critically. What do the issues mean for us? What part do we play? It is a platform that will move the Virgin Islands toward unified, integrated success. I am Cindy Roseanne Jones, your host. I would like to acknowledge Blossoms Florist for continuing to keep my set beautiful with gorgeous floral bouquets. Blossoms Florist is located in the Cutlass Building on Waterfront Drive and is available for all your floral needs. They can be contacted on 284-494-3906 or follow them on Facebook at Blossoms Florist. My gorgeous hair and makeup credit goes to the awesome McKelly's Beauty Salon, just around the corner in the Hewlett Building. McKelly's is a full-service beauty salon offering services from head to toe. They can be contacted on 284-441-7404 or follow them on Facebook and Instagram at McKelly's Beauty Salon. I thank both of these businesses for their support of Season 2 of Cut Deep. Let's take a quick break and come right back with the show for tonight.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Welcome back. We're on Season 2, Episode 6 of Cut Deep. I'm just going to jump right into it tonight. No chaser. Moving forward, these monologue episodes will be dubbed a Cindy's Special. So when you see that topic, you would have a pretty good idea what to expect. They will be short and hopefully sweet. So here we go. The Governor, UK, and now the Commissioner of Police continue to come under heavy attack by VIP henchmen in the form of Claude Skelton Klein, Julio Sam Henry, as well as Vino, whom it seems the territory has now dubbed as the VIP administration's newspaper. However, on this go-round, the Premier himself has now jumped in the apology-seeking pool. I will only presume that there is an agenda afoot to drive us towards independence. What is sad to me, though, is that there seems to be no one that can talk any kind of sense into this administration. The most unpopular administration this territory has seen in a while. How unfortunate, because they are still a very new administration. I mean, some of their very staunch supporters refer to them as a Trump-like administration, but we digress. VIP is an unpopular government due to their constant mistakes, their ruthless, unapologetic dictatorship style of governing, a style the Premier wishes to call accelerated, but accelerated toward what is the question? Let's get back to the governor's statement on reparations. The governor held a decision made by his boss. Why should he be called upon to apologize for reaffirming the position of his boss? His statement wasn't personal, but made from his position as an employee of the UK. Also, the governor's position on whether to rename places, again, that is in his opinion. His position was simply that we should consider certain factors before doing so. Why was that made such a huge deal is really beyond a lot of us. The truth is, you cannot and should not try to erase history, but learn from it, something we ourselves seem unable to do. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't name changes that should be taken under consideration. There are. My position on reparations is that I believe we should be given, but not in the form of cash. Raw cash is the least effective method in empowering a society, especially this one. Let's move on to the second apology the governor needs to apparently make. The BVI saw its biggest drug bust ever in its history, with a street value at a third of the BVI's annual budget. That's nearly some $300 million. If ever a press conference was warranted, it was this time. Instead of taking this opportunity, however, to stand together against this type of crime and corruption, the pushback was that there was an agenda afoot by the UK, and that the governor needs to apologize for saying that there were pockets of corruption in the BVI. For the past year and a half, there were too many instances that many of us have had to just bow our heads in absolute shame at this administration. A police officer had been arrested in connection with this seizure, for heaven's sake. Isn't that a pocket of corruption? Or is this administration so hell-bent on tearing down the UK that sense isn't sense in their camp anymore? I'm so confused. At least the governor and the commissioner had the integrity to highlight the problem within their ranks and to seek ways to address it. You, Honorable Premier, decided it was better as the leader of this territory to deny the obvious. Your leadership again is found wanting. And who in their right mind can look any citizen or resident in the eye and say that pockets of corruption does not exist here? Could this magnitude of a drug bust pass through the BVI without involvement in high and low places? You really absolutely take us for fools. Corruption is corruption, and if you, Honorable Premier, don't think that there are pockets of corruption here, then you and your government should move to put good governance legislation on the table. Bring the whistleblowers legislation and put it on the table. What is the holdup, Honorable Premier? Premier, your administration is really taking the people of these Virgin Islands for fools. And you know what? You probably should, because all we do is mutter behind closed doors. We are weak, slaves to greed. Virgin Islanders, stand up and let this administration know they are full of it and we won't accept it. Where is the Premier's, then Minister of Education, and Claude Skelton-Klein's apology on the misuse of government funds on their educational program? The people have asked and there is no response. Respond on that. Where is the people's apology on the taxpayers' money dished out to Claude Skelton-Klein on an ever-revolving contract that we cannot get an update on? You promised an update each time his contract was renewed. Respond on that. There is utter silence from your government on the misuse of the people's money on the Pier Park. The biggest accused is your administration's mouthpiece. Respond on that. The people are waiting. You promised different leadership. Where is it? Respond on that. From wasting the people's time. When will we see good governance legislation come to the floor? A big campaign promise. Respond on that. Was the BVI corrupt, Honorable Premier, when you said it some years ago, or was that political rhetoric? Respond on that. The people would like to still know why are all the money-making and data collection statutory boards and government offices now under the Premier? Is it that your team is inadequate, or is there another agenda at foot? Respond on that. When will good governance legislation make it to the House of Assembly? I will remain on that. To add insult to injury, why have cabinet papers stopped coming out to the public? I haven't seen one in a few months. Respond on that. Respond on how democracy, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and good governance have all gone out the door under your barely 2-year administration. Respond on that. There is absolutely no apology warranted by the governor. The BVI has pockets and pockets and outright evidence of corruption. Denial isn't going to make it go away. I am disappointed in your leadership. Get it together. This territory has no confidence in your administration at this point. Let's take a break and come right back.
The win! Oh!
What are the hell
I'm freaking out!
Is time.
284 Music.
Coming to you live and direct from the beautiful British Virgin Islands.
What's poppin', what's really good, what's happening, what's up?
Davis has won it for the Lakers!
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Welcome back. We're on season 2, episode 6 of Cut Deep. It's a Cindy special on Cut Deep tonight. Let's talk about the budget put out by the Premier last week. I've never been good at maths, but even with my math skills, something is really not adding up with this budget. Our annual budget is usually some $430+ million. There is a constant decline in financial services. A report last week showed a loss of some $28 million in this year's income for financial services. The entire tourism industry is down. That's one of our entire pillars. How is it realistic to put forward a $412 million budget? Where are belts being tightened? Are we operating on a deficit? The Premier said during election that the territory was broke. Contracts are going out left, right, and center. Should we not be looking at budget cuts? How can we even consider large capital projects at this time? If we borrow, can projects deliver a return or just a stimuli? And are we in a position to do projects that will see no return in the near future? What are the necessary capital projects and what should we prioritize or look at prioritizing at this time? I believe that it is time the territory knew our true position. I mean, we did not have enough in our reserves to carry the territory through COVID. We had to pull some $40 million from our Social Security retirement fund. But here we are with these unrealistic pie-in-the-sky budgets and plans. Can we please get serious with the future of this territory? What are the plans to turn the economy around? I will never forget the hoopla when the then Premier Orlando Smith, after the hurricanes and floods of 2017, said that the economy was robust. Honorable Premier Foy, that was fuel for your campaigning in the past election. Now here you are, standing in front of us with a straight face in telling us that the economy is intact. People are starving, out of work, losing business, and all their investments. The economy is literally on half a leg, and you have the nerve to tell us the economy is intact. The entire tourism industry is down. No income, but the economy is intact. At what point will this not be fun and games? For political points, at what point will we realize that real lives are at stake? This is all so sad to me. When will we as a people hold these administrations accountable and not wait every 4 years? Do you understand the damage to the territory? We as a people must also become more accountable. Let's talk about the opportunities out there for empowering our people. Real programs and not a bone thrown out for political gains. Are there not long-term programs that can be looked at as opposed to, say, these unsustainable hire for votes, the bush cutting and roadside cleaning contracts, especially in the 7th district? Is there no other way to engage our men in particular? Is this the only value we see in them? And we have the gumption to call it empowering. We have really lost the plot. How can our men be encouraged to turn these short stints into more sustainable business ideas? True empowerment. What programs can be set up to teach them to fish? The dumbing down of a society is a direct move towards control and less democracy. While we are on the discussion of control, can this administration explain to the people the continued extension on the curfew? What is the reason? The Commissioner of Police, in an interview with Cut Deep, hinted that there was no direct correlation between the curfew and controlling crime. So what is the real reason around the continuous extension? Our borders will be open in roughly 6 days. It makes absolutely no sense from where I'm sitting. There seems to be a concerted effort to villainize the commissioner. Please stop making the fact that the Commissioner of Police may or may not own a home here in the BVI. It is not a thing, or some big corruption plot. People are allowed to purchase property and spend their monies as they see fit. Again, this hoopla is embarrassing. Please end it. There seems to be a storm brewing as to how the stimulus was calculated for small businesses. Based on calls, I'm beginning to wonder on the method used. If I was trade and the Premier's office, I would try to get ahead of this demon. We'll take a break and come right back to close off.
The win. Oh!
Twitter to help.
I'm freaking out.
Is time.
284 Music.
Coming to you live and direct from the beautiful British Virgin Islands.
What's poppin'? What's really good? What's happening? What's happening? What's up?
Davis has won it for the Lakers.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of it then. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back. As mentioned earlier when we started, I said I'd be short tonight. We as a people need to be becoming more in tune with what is happening in the territory. We need to understand our civic duty and the powers granted to us under the Constitution. The Constitution is not merely a document to be used against the UK. Become familiar with its contents. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you back here next week with a brand new episode and an exciting guest.